because I
I
don't
can't
even know
stand the
if you
dribble
got a
handles,
countdown.
bro. I'm so fucking tired of it.
We live. It didn't even do the countdown.
Yeah, I ain't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Congrats. Go ahead,
All
Ron.
All
right, so we
right.
live.
We lit. All right, we direct. Love it. What's up, guys? Welcome in to the Basement Dolphins edition. What we on week what, 12, 13?
I think
This
it's
is
13. I'll tell you right now.
13, 13.
Yeah.
12,
13.
12, 12, 12, not 12, 12.
Okay, we 12. We here. We got the Niners this week. And not for nothing, I also want to talk about the Chargers game later on. So we can talk about the Niners game to start. But how we feeling, y'all boys? Let me know what's going on with y'all.
Man, I'm gonna be real. I'm excited for this game. Probably the second biggest game of the season, in my opinion. I still
What's the
got the
first?
Bills.
The
The
Bills?
Bills week 3. Yeah, I got the Bills week 3 over this game. Just because of what Tua did in the game prior to that Bills game, like it was just the aura just felt different. But going into this game, like it's a statement game, but it's an NFC opponent. You know what I'm saying? We won't see him in the playoffs unless it's the Super Bowl. So I'm very excited about this game, but I definitely think it gets bigger and bigger as the weeks progress.
Yeah, I agree. I feel
Anybody?
like this game is particularly for Mike McDaniel, and obviously Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson and all the ex 49ers. The next game, the one that Juan is I know he's hype about, that one's for Tua. That's Tua and all the haters. And the week after that one's for us. That's for the Dolphins. So yeah, I agree with what Thread said, man. Every game, every week coming up as the weeks progress, every game gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we were to go 3-0, hypothetically speaking, if we go 3-0 in the stretch, there's a good chance that Bills game, that's the division right there. Like we can clinch with that game. If the Bills were to
Mm, interesting.
I think my voice.
Interesting.
lose one of these next two and then lose, did I like lag and all of
Oh
that?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Like towards the end.
That was horrible.
My take is I disagree with my man J and V down there. This game ain't about Mike McDaniel. Well, it is, but bro, every game is about Tua, bro. Like it's been MVP talk. You know what I'm saying? That he's number 2 in MVP talk at 2 MVP. Hey, Mahomes dusted them boys. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes dusted them boys. If you want to do
Bosa
team,
in that game?
huh?
Was Nick Bosa healthy?
I don't care, bro.
Uh,
I don't give a fuck who was healthy, who was not. I'm not getting into that. All I know is that's the best defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? That boy is stunting right now. Every game is about Tua, but it is about Mike McDaniel. And I want to shout them boys out, the Dolphins, because I said once they was 3-3, I said five straight wins is a must. Like it was a must, so I'm feeling good about that. And yeah, it's a statement game. This is a league on notice game because that's supposed to be the big bad bully over there in the NFC. Like that's who like everybody looking at saying like, oh, yeah, Philly good, but the 49ers that, CMC this. So it's like if the Dolphins go in there and handle business, that put the whole league on notice. Like we gotta be taken serious at that point.
See, I actually fully agree with you, Kendall, because in my opinion, if we go in there and the prodigy handles the mentor, whatever it is, like at that point, it's our offense is clicking, our defense stopped an offensive genius in Kyle Shanahan, and hopefully Jason Sanders can make some kicks, right? Because I mean, at this point, really, like I don't know about y'all. I don't question the offense at this point. Like I don't sit here and wonder how we gonna get 30 points. Like I just don't. Like my biggest questions for the team in general, and maybe I'll throw it to you guys after that, is the defense and Jason Sanders, like the leg of Jason Sanders. Like you figure out those two issues and we'll see you in the AFC championship game and we'll see how everything plays out. I don't know what issues y'all think or like have bothered y'all the most, but feel free right now.
I'm a I'm gonna go first. Honestly, this might be crazy to say, but I'm more concerned about Jason Sanders than I am the defense, and let me tell you why. Um, the defense has winning formulas, bruh. Like, they can stop the run. Now, they struggle against scrambling quarterbacks, but as a whole, they can stop the run, bro. And as of late, they've been able to get to the passer, bro. In the last, I believe it's the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've been getting to the quarterback 3.5 times per game. As a whole, I saw the number on ESPN or whatever. So we're getting to the quarterback. We got pass rush win rate merchants and Phillips and Chubb, who are supposedly second and third or second and fourth, one of those. Bro, we have formulas to be good defensively. It's just getting healthy and putting it all together in one. My biggest concern is Jason Sanders, dog, because he's just ever since he got the contract, bro, he's just been a shell of himself. He has no confidence. He got some easy ones last week, some chip shots, but bro, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a game where it's gonna come down to a field goal kick, and it's Jason Sanders or us at that point, bro. Like I feel it and I know it's coming, bro. I know it is.
I agree. I agree with everything Threat said. And my biggest concern is when you can stop the run on traditional run teams, unless you're playing Baltimore or Buffalo, and you can put pressure on third down, third and long. That is a recipe for success, especially in the playoffs where it's all trench play is most important. Jason Sanders and Mike McDaniel being able, his clock management. Those are my two biggest concerns. When you're playing the good teams, and now we got a 3-week stretch where it's 3 back-to-back good teams. And I would say 1 good team and 2 great teams. So clock management is important, man. And in that second half, and the end of the first half, the 2-minute drills and the end of the game, clock management is important. And Jason Sanders, I agree. The San Francisco game, I think, is going to come down to Jason Sanders. So we'll see with Jason.
In my opinion, when it comes to Jason Sanders and the defense, I'm not too worried about the defense. Like 3 of us up here, I don't know how JMV felt about it coming in, but I know my other 2 partners here, they was hell bent. We was all like, "Hey, don't be surprised if the defense take a step back." Like, boy, you're not like that. So it was like once it started happening, it was like, okay, I'm not surprised. And why I'm not really concerned about it, because the offense is so good at this point, I kind of feel like we just need the defense to get hot. Like, is that about to start right now? I would personally prefer it had not to start just yet. Like, it not hit its peak. Like, it started showing its signs these last 2 games, getting turnovers, defensive scores, even special teams, you know what I'm saying, that came through in this last 5-game winning stretch. Because we didn't seen teams defenses get hot, not have good defense. I know the 06 Colts defense, they were the worst team against the run, and they went into the playoffs and all of a sudden they could stop the run. So I just want them to get hot towards the end of the season. But yeah, Jason Sanders, bro, I'm gonna be real, I don't even watch him kick field goals, bro, because I stream and I don't have cable, it's not happening in real time. I just refresh fantasy apps and see if the score changes. I promise on everything, bro.
You wait to see if he has a -2.
No, bro. I have Tyreek Hill on the team, bro. I have Raheem Mostert, bro. I just just refresh it and see if the score under their name changes, and then if it changes, bro, I don't even be wanting to see what bro gonna put out there, bro, because it's crazy. I don't trust bro at all. And Dicker the kicker was out there, bro. I said, hey, go get somebody and get this man some competition, every day.
You might as well get Kai up in here, because I don't know who we need to kick at this point. But you actually named somebody that I wanted to talk about. It's Mostert, because Mostert, I think it was him who started that. He did a little Instagram post or whatever it was, a little interview where he kind of slighted Jimmy G to prop up Uno, and some of the Niners players felt some type of way. I think it was Debo. I think it was another Niners player that felt some type of way. And then Trent got involved too and started yapping off on Instagram too. So I don't know. I think it was you, Kendall, earlier that said this wasn't a Josh McDaniel game, but it's starting to feel a little more personal than I think we all anticipated. And I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at the next 3 weeks and Man, like these next 3 weeks are like gonna be 100% telling of who we are as a team. Like literally, like the Niners, the Chargers, and then I don't think the Bills are. We don't know yet if that's gonna be prime time or is it not for sure gonna be at all.
They
I
haven't
think
said.
I think we find out next week, but there's only one game in competition to get flexed out for that week, and damn, I can't remember who it is. I was reading it earlier, but there's really one competition to get flexed out for that week. Only one. It might be a Patriots game. Let me double check and
is it
look.
the Ravens and Browns?
Nah, it's not Ravens and Browns. I
You
believe it was supposed to be Patriots versus
God.
Raiders with
Well,
Josh
maybe because they got
McDaniel
DW
going
back.
back. Oh, that
Yeah,
could
but
be true.
at this point, do you even want to put that man on national TV?
I thought it
Like,
was supposed to be Josh McDaniels
No, we
versus
don't
Bill
want to see that.
Belichick.
Yeah, no, the Bills Dolphins game. I'm pretty
No,
sure it's
we
gonna.
don't. I
if
mean,
they got the same, they got the same record, or it's a one game like split between the two teams, I think that they're gonna put that game as a flex game. Like it'll be an opportunity just like thrown away if you don't.
The only way that I feel like it doesn't get flexed is if the Dolphins end up 0-2, which would be crazy in that 2 game stretch leading into that game. Oh, yeah, if they go 0-2, then it'll be a little different because it'll be like Buffalo has
but
the division in hand.
literally, and we would have to fight it off for them. It's interesting because then the one after that would be the Packers as well. So the next month of games, I think is going to let us know exactly who we are as a team. Because I mean, not for nothing, we've had some pretty, you know, we'll look. You play whoever's on the schedule. I get that, but Houston, Detroit, I mean, the Bears, like we haven't really played anybody. I feel like that's going to be like down the line, worried about us or we're worried about them. So I think it's a good start with the Niners. I want to know, like, because Armstead pectoral strain, right? So do we see him playing this week?
I'm gonna say that he ends up not playing this week. I just don't feel like it's worth the risk. I know he wants to be out there with the guys, but he has such a huge injury history, bro. Like we got bigger goals than beating the 49ers in week 12. I'm sorry. Maybe come back in that Bills game or even the Chargers game. But don't come back for an NFC opponent. Just stay at the crib for the West Coast trip, heal up, rest up, and get ready for the Buffalo game when we need the division at hand. My opinion.
Because now I'm looking too, and Austin Jackson's also not likely to play. So we're looking at what Little and Snell on the tackles. How we feeling at that with Bosa?
I'm good with Shell, whatever his name is over there, bro. Over Austin Jackson, bro. Like I didn't like the fact that they changed it to begin with. Like, bro, you won 5 straight games and it was working, and then you brought Shell back in, and then you put him at left tackle, a position that he wasn't like thriving at. Like he should have just stayed at right tackle. That man didn't do nothing to lose the job. Like, but if Tyron Armstead is healthy, man, he got to go, bro. Like, well, he's not gonna be healthy. Nobody's
Yeah, I
healthy.
was gonna say I don't think he's healthy at all, but I think he'll still try to go out there.
Yeah,
I,
bro.
I, I just think it's like
You
Threat
got it,
said,
bro.
bro. Like we weren't worried about bigger things than the 49ers. But okay, JMV, let's say we do get Little and we do get Snell in there. Um, how much do you think that limits McDaniel in the offense at that point to maybe have to do more two tight end sets or have the running backs go being more involved with stopping, Bosa and them boys?
Well, I think we're gonna have to have 2 tight end sets, even though it's more like 1 tight end because Mike can't block for shit. But um, I'm gonna be the type that I don't want to hear the excuses if Teron Armstead doesn't play. Um, like the majority of this Dolphins is doing, bro. Like Tua is not a little kid. Tua has dealt with shitty wide receiver cores, no running backs, this garbage offensive line for 2 years. Like this is not new to him. So I don't really want to hear all the excuses when it comes to Teron Armstead didn't play. That's why we didn't win. Go out there and get the job done. Tua has phenomenal pocket presence, the quick passes. Hopefully the run game gets going. I know San Francisco's very good at stopping the run, but we're going to need it this week. And we don't really take many deep shots anyways. Everything's intermediate. I'm still comfortable. Even though that's a stretch, I'm not comfortable with the offensive line, but I'm comfortable enough that Mike McDaniel, a whole week to scheme for San Francisco without potentially his star left tackle, that we'll be able to execute a good offense, especially with Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle and, the speed that they possess and something that the San Francisco 49ers secondary struggles against, that's speed.
I do got a question, though, and I'll just present it to you guys, and it's still on this Teron Armstead thing.
Did I lag through all of that, or is my Wi-Fi finally good?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So I kind of threw this at Kendall earlier, and I'm going to throw it at you guys. I threw it to him off stream. I see on the injury report that CMC is dealing with an injury as well. He didn't practice today. What is a bigger blow for either side? Us losing Teron Armstead for the game, or San Fran being potentially without CMC and Elijah Mitchell and relying on the third, fourth string running back coming into this game, Jimmy G with no run game. What's a bigger blow? I'll throw that to JMV.
I'm going to be honest. Oh, shit, my bad, JMV.
I'll let Juan answer first because I didn't hear the majority of the question.
Okay, so the question was, what I understood is, who's going to be more of a loss? Us with Armstead, without Armstead, or the Niners without CMC and Elijah Mitchell? In my opinion, like that system is so plug and play with running backs. Like I feel like anybody here in the panel would be going over there and at least getting 500 yards rushing in a year. So I'm not concerned with who's running the ball. Like that system will just produce, So in my opinion, it has to be Armstead. I'm sorry, like you guys sound a lot more confident than I am, but Little and Snell give me nightmares to think about. Like for all the stuff that Tua has done great, like one of the things that I feel like is very understated is how much he's made that offensive line look like actually good. Because when Armstead hasn't been in there, bro, like it gets rough. It gets real rough. I
kind of agree with you, Juan, but I think CMC and the way that they've been implementing the new scheme since he got acquired by San Francisco, and just what he can do in the pass game is going to be a huge blow for San Francisco if he can't go. That being said, I do think CMC will play this week, and I do not think Teron Armstead will play this week. That's just my opinion. I agree with you. I think San Francisco, there's no need for an NFC game that holds no playoff implications when it comes to your conference record for standing tiebreakers and issues like that. So this is not a week I really don't want to risk Teron Armstead playing and making it much worse. I would prefer you to take a week, and if you feel confident, come back for LA because they have a phenomenal pass rush too with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. So
my issue with that is like you said that it has no like bearing on your conference record, but bro, like Dolphins fans are sitting at the end of the season saying, "Oh, if we beat the Falcons, we would have made the playoffs."
No, I feel that. It's just
So I just don't think my shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still the shitty ass Dolphins to me, bro. Like we ain't too good to I'm not too good to throw no game away, bro. Like every single one matters in my mind. Like in terms of like Teron and CMC, it's Teron by a mile. Like CMC is like an ultimate luxury. I don't think he hurts their pass game like at all. Like if he's not playing, it's just one less person that they can pass to. They can get open real easy against linebackers. Like he's just an ultimate mismatch in the pass game. So like, but at the end of the day, bro, you still could use Debo to do the same stuff that CMC does. Like, if you're keeping it a beam, like they do the same shit. Like Debo could do everything CMC does, and probably can hold up. You know what I'm saying, in the game like over a season for sure. But yeah, Teron got to be out there, bro. Because like Juan said, I'm not confident in no.
You're not worried. You're not worried with his injury history dating back a few years. If you were to try to play through this injury and make it worse, something that he dealt with last year.
Nah, I mean, personally, I'm not worried about CMC at all. Fuck him. Like,
No,
you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
talking about Teron Armstead.
Oh, nah, bro. Like, he had this injury history, and we still paid him all that money. If he down to go, let him go, bro. Like,
Ever
the
since
we
injury
paid him
history
knowing
was
we were
there.
going to get 12 games out of him. Like we paid him knowing this. Like I don't for sure.
Exactly.
Bro.
So I'm not concerned with it. Like, it was what it was when you signed up. So it's like, if he down to go and play through it, let him play through it. If he get hurt worse, oh well. Like, we'll worry. I don't worry about shit that ain't in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of stuff like that, we'll cross that road when we get there.
So, but now threat mentioned actually something important about the run game with Jimmy G. But now conversely to Tua, we had Monster who didn't play last week and he's still on the injury report with the same thing. I'm seeing Gaskin actually is on the injury report as did not practice at all.
We
Which
really
I get it, whatever.
God is good.
But I'm just saying because we saw Wilson. He didn't finish the game last week, right? I mean, I'm just saying like as
They
far
here
as
for you,
running
man.
backs. Oh shit! Here we go. Oh shit! Here we go. As long as they leave a little tip, we good. But I'm just concerned also with the running back as far as us too, because for a while I've been saying like our run game really was just Mostert, and then as soon as just Wilson came in, it was like fuck, Jeff Wilson's RB1. But I feel like we also don't want to like rely so much on them early on because we do have plans for a long playoffs. Do you guys think we should get more of Ahmed in there? Do you think there should be I don't know, like somebody else in there that we should be trying to get in?
Nah, I'm gonna stick with Wilson and Mostert if they're healthy. If they're healthy enough to go. We started that first half like 30 passes to 3 rushes. This is a very pass-heavy team. They're not gonna get many touches as it goes. So I'm confident that at least one of the two will be healthy when it comes to the playoffs. But just like Kendall said, man, we'll cross.
Looks like we lost
Every game.
JMV.
Oh, I lagged again.
Yeah, but I know that sounded like you was about to say we'll cross that line that when we get there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. We'll cross it when I want the best player available at every given moment in every game, especially in these, this stretch of 3 great teams. So, for me, Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert all the way.
Yeah, for me it's the same thing. Let's be real. I actually went over their stats last week. Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert are averaging the same amount of touches per game for the season. I think Raheem Mostert has 2 more receptions on the season, but their stats are almost identical. So in total, they're averaging like 13 touches a game. They should be rested, bro. They should be rested not only for right now, but for a late season push as well. Just let them keep running, let them keep turning the turnstile, bro, and let them keep running, bro. Workhorse, whatever. They'll never have a game where we're gonna rely on them for 25 plus touches, bro. I just don't see that. So just keep feeding them whatever they're doing now. Just keep it going, bro. We're not requiring much from them, bro. They don't have to be a Derrick Henry. They don't have to be a Saquon. You know what I'm saying? It's 13 touches a game from each of them is what we're kind of relying on, bro. So just keep feeding them, bro.
Yeah, I agree. And we got Cotton Chisholm checking in. He says Columbia's favorite dealer on the bottom left. I see he's referring to none other than.
I'm not gonna call you what I call you
bro.
on the chat. But it's Germany, motherfucker. But all right, so I got a little question for y'all. Real quick.
I just want to throw in there before we move on, Juan.
Who's been more impactful post trade, Jeff Wilson or Chubb?
Chubb.
I think it's too early to tell, but I agree with you.
I think I'm lagging.
No, you said who's more impactful, Wilson or Chubb? For me, it's for me. Oh, he probably lagging, but for me, honestly, it's Jeff Wilson. I think he's made the offense more dynamic. I think the offense is better with Jeff Wilson. I'm not big on Chubb. I'm sorry, bruh. I'm just not big on Chubb at all. He doesn't wow me. He doesn't do anything great to me. The numbers, when you look, is like, okay, he's won a couple one-on-ones, but bruh, It's just moments in the game where I'm like, damn, we really need a sack right now. We really need a stop. And it's not necessarily coming from him, bro. Like, he's not
But
that game changer. Go ahead.
but wait, like if he on the field though, he definitely attracting attention.
That's what I wanted to say.
Bro,
Yeah,
like
But who? But he's attracting attention, but unlocking that for who? Because I don't see anybody else
but
stepping up.
my thing is this. I see him get around 1-on-1 against a tight end and get a strip sack in that Texans game. My brother, that wasn't happening before. If we keeping it being, bro, that wasn't happening before. Shit like that wasn't happening before. Like maybe every once in a while, but I definitely feel
I don't know how many times he played the Texans where they had thought a tight end could block him. So I'm not to throw water on your flame, bro. I feel you, but I'm kind of with threat. Like to me, like I don't care about past win rate. I don't care about like, bro. Give me sacks, give me holding calls. Like that's what I need. Like that's what I need for my D line. And like you get that, like I don't really care much for anything else.
I mean, we done got sacks though. We done got 8 sacks over the last 2 games. He been here for 3.
We are getting sacks as a collective. The biggest issue, honestly, oh my fault, JMV, real quick. But the biggest issue, honestly, bro, is inside pressure more than it is outside pressure, bro. That's what it's really gonna come down to because these quarterbacks are just gonna step up in the pocket and climb that bitch, bro. That's all we gonna see.
And I'm gonna be real. There's not a quarterback in the AFC that don't step up and take off. Like, bro, I mean Burrow, Mahomes don't kill it. Like he'll kill you doing it. Like, and it ain't even like it's not even running. It's like running and throwing. Lamar can do it. Josh Allen, we already know what that's about. So it's like, yeah, like that inside the middle is very crucial. But we know like we do need pass rush from the middle. Like if we can get a consistent pass rush from the middle, then I think we'll see the outside even more. Especially versus those top tier teams. But the truth be told, I think the true who's making a bigger impact out of the two, I gotta go, bro. We was putting up 30 like before Wilson got here. The run game just looked like shit against, you know what I'm saying, against the Texans. That's one of the worst run defenses in the league. So I gotta lean Chubb. Like I just gotta lean Chubb on that one.
Okay. I think I'm back. I think my internet got fixed now. But I've been trying to push it as long as I can, but like I just I gotta talk about this Chargers game, bro, because like it got flexed this Sunday night, bro.
Before we move on to the Chargers, I agree. Okay. I agree with Kendall. I'm the type of person that I feel like if we're getting consistent pressure from the edges, at least on third down when we're rushing 5, it will make the life easier for everybody rushing up the middle. Before, we were sending 5 and we weren't getting pressure. That's a problem on third and long. Since we got Bradley Chubb, at the very least, when we send the blitz is getting there. We're getting to the quarterback. There's pressure in his face consistently, but and that's huge. But I mean, still, it's been 2.5 games, 2 games. It's very early to tell whose impact is more, but I'm gonna lean Bradley Chubb.
All right, cool. Sorry, now I don't want to diminish you, but like, all right, Justin Herbert, Chargers. Let's talk about it. Sunday night football. Like not for nothing, but like this year more so than any other year, it's felt like the NFL's like WWE. Like again, I'm not trying to get that deep into it, but like DW's first game back. Yeah, no, DW's first game back is versus the Texans. Like low key, his suspension ended versus the Dolphins. Like this week versus the San Francisco, and then now it's Sunday night, and also like the San Francisco game I think is like a 4:00 game, so that kind of is prime time ish. But now we have legit Sunday night football, and when I saw that, like my first thought was like, damn, okay, we're starting to get some like national respect. And then I saw certain individuals tweeting about it. Like, I'm gonna just say, I saw Emmanuel Acho, whatever his name is, tweeting about it, like I'm sorry, like he just sounds like a hoe, bro. Like I just cannot get it out of my like I when I read his tweets, I read them in like a whole voice, bro, because it's just like either this game is gonna be me retiring or me gonna be vindicated for life, and it's like, bro,
What's
like
your
shut up, bro. I don't think I'm like it.
No, it's
Nah,
JMV.
you were JMV was gonna say something, but it looked like he cut out.
Yeah, he jammed up. But I agree, bro. Like,
Damn.
it's funny. The NFL, like, it seems like they can never lose, bro. Like, the boys kicked out
Ever.
Colin Kaepernick for standing up for racism, and then all they did was decide to throw in racism on the back of helmets, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And stop hating in the back of end zones. And them boys was in everything went away, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, that
here
Sean Taylor statue, that wasn't a statue.
bro, you feel me?
Bruh.
They always find ways to wiggle out of shit, bro. Like the NFL as a whole, bro, and them owners and league, man, it's crazy. And now look what happens. Tua becomes like he looked like he about to become a star, and then the Dolphins doing well as a team. You got the Chargers on borderline playoffs, and it's like, oh, here comes the schedule during the flex part of the season. Bomb, we finna switch that up. Like, bruh, it's crazy. Let me remove my dog until he get himself right. That them boys win, and I'm just like, yo, like nobody was rocking with Tua, bro. Like, let's just keep it a beat. Other than
If you was
Dolphins
rocking
fans,
with
like,
Tua, it was out of hope and nothing more. Like I don't want to hear nothing about projections or you analyze nothing. You analyze these nuts. Ain't nobody said he was gonna be a top 3 quarterback in 2022. I don't care
you feel me?
what type of crack
Facts.
he was on. Like you
I
just
mean,
didn't,
I
bro. Like
did.
revisionists can revision, but
I remember my stats and my expectations, and y'all boys said I was crazy because I said he got to throw for like 36, 38 TDs, bro. I was just like, man, they
that
got
was kind of
Tyreek Hill.
crazy.
It was Tyreek Hill and Waddle out there, bro. But nah, it's a real matchup, bro, and it's in front of all the hoes. He already 1-0 against Herbert. Like, if he beat him again, bro, it's like you don't
Nah,
gotta
but
say that he
this is a
better,
different type
but
of
like,
win, though. This would be a
yeah,
different type of win
exactly.
because that first win was like he was winning by the team, like defense, like run game, like don't fuck it up. Like let's be real, like he's going out there that Sunday night, he's slinging it all over that field, and if he wins that,
But my
Twitter's
thing,
gonna
Juan,
be a
is
fucking cesspool, bro.
it's gonna be nasty. And my thing is about the first matchup they had, bro. Don't nobody say that when they talk about Peyton and Brady. They just, you know what I'm
True,
saying? You know
true,
what I'm saying? That they don't bring that up. So it is what it
true.
is. That shit's gonna be lit though. And it's gonna get nasty out there.
It's
I'm
that
I'm gonna
week.
be re-
Oh my,
I'm gonna
go
be
ahead, bro. Go
real.
ahead.
Um, I don't know if it's the trauma that I've been through as a Dolphins fan, bruh.
For
Or
sure, the
what
trauma.
it is, bruh. I expect the worst out of these next 3 games, bruh. I'm just, bruh. It's something, dog. I'm sorry.
It's
It's
that
something in
PTSD, bro.
me,
That shit comes
dog.
back and does not let you go.
Juan, bro. I'm just waiting for the roller coaster to crash. How many times have we seen? It's like we're
Every
seeing
time,
the
bro.
same
Every
story
time.
remixed year after year, bro. Like even last year when we going on that streak, okay, the defenses, you know what I'm saying, and we going into the Tennessee game, things are different. We got a real coach now, and then right then and there,
bro? I
the-
So
had to
you
get on
gotta
my
be
phone
looking at
because my computer was horrible.
yeah,
Juan,
it's
what's your?
that.
I want to hear Juan's prediction on the outcome of this game.
Talking about the Chargers game.
Yeah,
I'll do it probably like next week when I like see like the injury report. I gotta see who's playing. Like if my dog got to throw to Dwayne Carter and fucking I don't even know Kenny Galladay at this point. Like
Keenan Allen got to play because I don't want to hear excuses from.
no,
I got
like there's not gonna be excuses. Like okay, let's be serious for a second. Like Herbert's gonna have probably a 32 of 50 game for 270 yards. He's for sure throwing a fourth quarter INT. But if he bring them boys back like he did last
Fourth
game
quarter pick.
with checkdowns, like I already know how they're gonna play. They're gonna play him like he's the checkdown king. But I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tread lightly here. I feel like Tua's stands have been the most to like move the goalpost this year, to where like everything now it's like, well, yeah, well now Tua is now 18 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Like it's like, all right, yeah, like we built up to Tua to have these moments, but like other QBs are gonna be elite and other QBs are gonna be great, and it's not just like a slight to say somebody else is good. Like it's okay, you know.
And it's always been like that.
I'm gonna be real, bro. These next 2 weeks, I'm worried about that check down shit because we're seeing 2 check down merchants back to back. Probably the biggest 2 check down merchants in the league, bro.
You think Jimmy G is check down merchant?
Well, no, not as much as not so much the quarterbacks, but the running backs who receive passes in the backfield.
Oh yeah,
and get those short. We're seeing CMC and Eckler, who are fantasy football stat patterns, bro. Like the amount of receptions and freaking targets that they see at running back is ridiculous, bro. And we have probably the worst linebacking core in all of football. I am terrified for our linebackers. I'm hoping we see extra DBs on the field and less linebackers, to be honest with you. But we're so depleted at DB, I don't know what the game plan is going to be. Are we going to implement more roll? Are we going to implement, you know what I'm saying? Are we going to see more Roll McKinney lineups on the floor? I mean, on the field or what? What's the game plan, bro?
Man, boy, you're going to say, I ain't got nothing. Jaylen Phillips, you my best athlete. Dropping coverage, bro.
Dog, he dropped Jaylen Phillips in coverage so many times.
In coverage too, though. ABG too. Like, he had a pick, I get it. But, like that. Listen, I'm not going to butcher the results, but like I'm not liking that process. I already see that in my nightmares. But again, might be my PTSD. Like I just get remnants of Philip Wheeler, trying to cover somebody. So like, I feel you because realistically, like Eckler's going to be a problem, and like I told you earlier, I think any running back that they put in back there is going to be an issue too. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Y'all ain't got anything else to talk about?
Cause look at what Brees Hall did to us, bro, and I can only imagine how it's gonna look with CMC and Eckler back there. I'm
gonna be real, bro. Like I ain't worried about Eckler, bro. Who finna guard Brandon Ayuk?
I'm not worried about Brandon. Brandon Ayuk got us.
Why you having a good? You're not worried about Brandon Ayuk because you believe in Bradley Chubb?
Hell no. What?
Oh, I'm just trying.
I think I like X though. I like X in that position.
You putting X on Ayuk?
Yeah, I'm putting X on Ayuk.
Me too.
Yeah, because they're gonna move Debo. They're gonna move Debo around. So what am I gonna do? Putting Xavien to have him cover from the running back slot, like like he's gonna have to do Ayuk, and you're gonna have to tough it out. Like, but like even then, like if you think about it, like if you're trying to use Debo as a weapon and you're gonna use him as a running back, are you really taking CMC out? Or are you going to just use CMC as a wide receiver? So, like, I don't know. Like, we at some point we're going to have to just play ball and just attack.
The last few weeks, Debo has been more wide receiver than anything, and CMC's been playing that role. So if CMC's healthy, I expect him to be the primary person that plays that role for them. I don't expect Debo back there much.
I think it's matchup dependent because, like Thread said, we got some of the worst linebackers, bro. Like, it just makes so much sense to run CMC out wide and run him on the go route. You think Jerome Baker not staying with him? Like, he not. He getting double moved to death and he gonna
die. As good as Ayuk has been this season as far as consistency-wise, he hasn't taken over a game. He's had one really good game this season. And that was against the Falcons where he had 8 for 83 and 2 TDs. Well, other than that, he's just a consistent force, but he hasn't taken over a game. So Ayuk doesn't put fear in my heart at all, to be honest with you. I could care less if we put Kader Kahu on him, to be real with you. Or Keon Crossing, for all I give a shit. He got to show me. Jimmy G got to show me, too. Them boys just not built like that to me.
Huh? So do you go down the list of George Kittle?
Oh, George Kittle having a field day. George Kittle having a field day. CMC having a fucking. Anybody who got to see our linebacker, anybody who gets to see our linebackers is having a field day. That's what I'm worried about, bro.
And we gonna
But
see
that's what I'm saying,
the
bro.
pass win run Merchant versus Trent Williams too, right? Both of them.
Hey, Juan, you just snapped, bro. Like, I think that just highlights the point even more, bro. Like, we gonna see where the impact really is. Because if Bradley Chubb winning against Trent Williams,
I mean, I can't
you
say
know,
shit if he's winning. Like if he's getting
that what
sacks
I'm
on versus Trent
saying.
Williams at that point, like fuck, like see y'all in the playoffs. Like I ain't worried about nothing else. No, I forgot about
Yeah,
Houston.
I would go as far as to say see y'all in the bowl at that point if y'all make it, because we will.
So this got to be a
All right.
Jalen Phillips game then.
Not D-line in general, bro.
Mm.
Everybody.
Yeah, we have to pressure Jimmy G. If we don't pressure Jimmy G, this game is going to be a problem. We have to get to him.
So fuck it. Well, what you want to do? Final game predictions and wrap this shit up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go, James. What you think, bro? What you think about this game?
24-21. Fins up.
Third?
I'm gonna go 27-31. Dolphins win.
Whoa,
If Armstead plays.
If Armstead plays.
If he plays, we losing. And it's gonna get ugly. That's all I'm saying.
If Armstead does play, I have the Fins winning 23-20. If Armstead does not play, I have the Dolphins losing 24-17.
Okay, so here's my dilemma right now. I don't see us three straight wins right now. If I'm not gonna be the bitch that's gonna say he's gonna lose to Herbert. So I'm gonna say we're gonna lose this week. We're gonna lose like a 27-23 game. I see maybe the cracks starting to show a little bit to where we, maybe aren't as smooth on the offense. Maybe the defense gets picked on a little bit. Kyle Shanahan knows what, McDaniel's going to want to do. And then we come right back and ready to go for Sunday Night Football. I just don't want I never like seeing teams like, for instance, like the Eagles where they'll go on a big run straight and then they kind of lose that momentum. Like I want us to like maybe take a little L here and then moving forward we get that momentum back. But other than that, share, subscribe, like, all that good shit. Anything else for y'all boys?
Deuces. Let's wrap this shit up.
Tune into the post game for the Heat Celtics, man. Y'all already know where to find it.
Facts.